Hi to everybody. Hello. I'm glad that you guys are here. Walking in integrity and humility and examining oneself, and y'all showed up like, wait a minute, pat yourself on the back for that. That's amazing. Think about that. And just to be with one another to, bless the Most High and His Word, and just to kind of kick it for a little bit. We're going to leave Jeremiah alone for a moment, okay? So this is going to be a little bit more light, a little bit more relaxed, and we're going to dig into Psalm 26. Before we get there, though, I just love opening with that song, Amazing Yah. It's filled with joy, and it always reminds us about Yah's eternal kingdom. And it's just beautiful to think that we have another place that is being prepared for us, and it's not just in theory. It's not just in a dreamland. It's literally going to be concrete, just like my mom was looking at this globe, because I saw the moon out. And I'm like, why is the moon out and it's the day? It was beautiful today, you guys. I don't know, how has your weather been today? Today, here in Oregon, Portland specifically, the sun was just out. It was beautiful. It was still cold, but it was just beautiful. I was like, I got to get out in that sun. But I saw the moon out there, and we have this little globe. I'll have to show it to you. It's my Papa Waltz. But and we were just looking at the globe and just seeing how fascinating that it is that we're literally surrounded by other planets. The globe itself we're on, and it's suspended. And the Most High Yah and His brilliance and His creativity and His power is sustaining this thing. And this is not the only thing that's out in this expanse. And it's just fascinating. Just so when I talk about the eternal kingdom, it's not a dreamland for us, for those who believe in the Most High Yah. This is something so concrete and so real that He's preparing for people who love Him, who are called by His name. Hallelujah, man. Don't that make y'all excited? Like, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. Crunk. What's going on, Nina? How you doing? Hi, E. Good to see everybody here tonight. So, yes, let's transition real quick and just do some light or quick housekeeping. Please like the video. Subscribe if you're watching and you're new and you have not subscribed already to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that notification bell so that you get reminded for our Friday night lives. Typically, I would say most Friday nights, we're here at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, just digging in the Word. I'm sharing what I've learned during the week, what Yah's revealing to me. We're just doing this thing together. We're looking in His beautiful scriptures. We're trying to understand His mind and His ideas for His creation and His plans and things of that nature, so our lives can be more like on the same page with Him, so that we're setting ourselves up to receive everything that He has called for us to do, and we get the blessings along the way. But it's not just the blessings, it's also what we're becoming. That's something that's just like clicking like a mug, like in my mind, like, yo, His faithfulness is what you and I are becoming in the process. Man, it's crazy. Through the good, through the bad, through the ups, through the downs. So anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, you guys. Thank you guys again for coming out tonight, spending some time. It's going to be great. Good night planned for us. Again, we're going to be digging into Psalms 26. So if you got your scriptures, you can crack those open and to Psalm 26. Let me mention really quick where you can find that beautiful music you guys love and that the Most High Yah has given me to encourage the body and to praise His name and to keep our heads up and shoulders back. Let me just go over there just for people to see. And I should have that already up. We don't have it. There it is. Boom. So this is octavialifemusic.com for those who, just need some uplifting music to keep them going, that praises the Most High Abba Yah and keeps your head up and your shoulders back. My whole digital collection is on this particular website. I like to tell people you're not going to find it on Spotify or iTunes or any of those places. It's specifically and exclusively on octavialifemusic.com. And a lot of this is basically pay what you want. You donate what you want, and you give a generous donation, and hallelujah, you get to download some music to keep you going. So I wanted to make sure that people knew where to find that. And also, thank you to the Patreons. I have my notes here because I don't want to. I want to make sure that I don't forget anything. So thank you to the Patreons that are a part of that space that we have for people who want to go a little bit deeper, go behind the scenes with the music and the creation process. But not just that, like encouraging talks and just updates. You're just basically closer in to the music, and you get to hear the music first. So that's amazing as well. But let's start with our foundational verse, shall we? You guys know where we're going, right? Because it's going to be on the screen in just a moment. This is, let's go to, let's just read it. Let's just read it. So it's on the screen. And this is what we want to start our studies with every night. It's like our foundation for these nights. This is what we're literally doing. So let me grab that. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Oh man, okay, I'm excited about tonight. Something is happening in the atmosphere tonight for us, you guys. All right, so Abba Yah says, and you shall seek me. I'm in 13, Jeremiah 29:13. I love 11 too, but our foundation, I like them all, you guys. Don't you love his word when you really start digging into it? So verse 13 says, and you shall seek me and shall find me when you search for me with all of your heart. And 14 says, and I shall be found by you, declares Yah, and I shall turn back your captivity. And he talks about gathering all of us from all of the nations from which we've been scattered. Let's just go ahead and read 11 tonight. Want to? Let's do it. All right, verse 11 says, for I know the plans I am planning for you, declares Yah, plans of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and an expectation. So that's beautiful. So that's our heart tonight. That's our heart posture. And we're going to see what that actually, well, first of all, let me tell you a little bit about Jeremiah 29:13, because it ties in a little bit to Psalm 26, just in a different way. So to all three, the scriptures we're going to be looking at, actually, we're going to go to 2 Chronicles 2 for just a hot second. But Jeremiah 29:13 is about sincerity, not necessarily performance. So it's not like I checked off a box and I'm serving the Most High because I did this or I did that. It's like when you're looking at that, he's saying when you seek me, when we're seeking the Most High literally with all of our hearts, it's not necessarily about what we're doing to seek him. It's like, I keep going back to this. You guys will hear me say it over and over again at times. It's the heart posture. It's our sincerity. Like, are we really sincere when we're seeking the Most High Abba Yah? Because that's when we're going to find him. When we search for him with all of our heart. And we're being sincere when we're doing it. And really, sincerity is just, truthful, real, open, using humility, that sort of thing. And so, and it also requires time. Seeking does. So go, you can go on and pat yourself on the back just for showing up and being here and stuff like that. And if you've done your own seeking during the week, right? I'm just sharing with you what I've been seeking, and then I come and bring it to you. But as you seek the Most High and you're doing your own seeking, you're in your scriptures and stuff like that, you pat yourself on the back, because that is where the Most High Yah wants all of us, is just spending some time with him, because that's when we're going to get the direction, the wisdom, the fulfillment, the joy, all of those things. And it's not always sunshine, right? Like today. It's not always sunshine, but during your rainy days, during those gloomy days, like you can still find a way to feel his comfort, whether it's in praise or it's in his word, or it's just quieting your mind and taking that time just to kind of rest a little bit and not allow the cares of the world to choke out the word that you have inside of you. You have to protect the word that you have inside of you. Yeah. So let's look. So we're talking about integrity, humility, examining oneself as well. But I love this Psalm 26. This Psalms 26 is something else. It's been with me for a couple of weeks. I don't know if you guys remember I mentioned this. Can't remember if it was the Coffee Convo and Connection live stream or not. But Psalm 26 has been something that I want to declare in my own life, and I have been declaring in my own life, and I wanted to share it with you so that maybe you would want to adopt that same prayer. But I want to look at it as we're listening to David being sincere and humbling himself and going to the Most High Yah with his, concerns, but also his thoughts to the Most High. Somebody may say, I'm just saying, wait a minute, David's saying all of this stuff about integrity. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Cindy, how you doing? Good to see you, sis. Like integrity, really? Like David, didn't he have like a couple of wives, and wasn't he caught up with Bathsheba and like all these different things, like the failures, right? When you look at this prayer, or when you look at trying to do right with Yah, and you're telling him that I am Abba Yah, doing right by you. And we'll see this in Psalms 26. I'm not kicking it over here with the evil folks or doing evil, I should say, the wickedness and evil. I'm not doing that. I'm doing this over here. Well, you always have the chatter in the back of your mind, and then other people, right? That's like, but you did X, Y, Z back then, or you did X, Y, trying to remind you. And so he wasn't a perfect man. He wasn't a flawless king. But he was a man who was saying what, like we're saying, and like the psalmist saying, search me. We're seeking the Most High Yah with all of our heart, and we're saying, search me, oh Yah. And we're on the same page as you. Our alignment, our allegiance is very, very important. Like, that's how I feel in my life. Like, it's important that I know who I'm aligned with, what God am I aligned with, what God has my whole heart, and so that's the foundation, or the essence, not foundation, but like that's the essence of when we read this Psalm 26. That's kind of the vibe that he's coming with. But I just wanted to throw that out there because, I thought it too. I was like, okay, not after reading Psalm 26, but as I was thinking about David, and I'm thinking about all the things that the Most High Yah allowed him to do and how he used him in such a way. And I was like, but he did this and he did that and he did this. Not like a judgment, but almost kind of like, like Yah showing us that he doesn't require your perfection to still be used. And oh gosh, this is gonna be an interesting one. So, but before we go into actual Psalm 26, I want to look at something. I want to go to these study notes real quick. Let's see. Let's go to these study notes. Where we at? I should have them up. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So we're gonna kind of go back and forth. All right, so again, I was talking about how people could be looking at you, looking at me, how they might be looking at him. Like, how are you going to pray this prayer, like about your integrity when X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And so I said Psalm 26 can sound prideful or even arrogant if we don't understand. And so I'm going through this before we actually read it, because I think it's going to kind of hit us a little bit different once we get into the text. And it's not very long. the text. It's beautiful though. But who is speaking? These are some questions I actually, I'm just kind of running through my mind, the way that I take the notes, going back and forth. So who's speaking? The covenant context, and that integrity doesn't mean sinless or perfection. So who's speaking in Psalm 26? The speaker is David. Psalm 26 is David. And in most Hebrew manuscripts, it's written as a personal prayer. I'm sorry, Psalm 26 is attributed to David in the superscription in most Hebrew manuscripts. It's written as a personal prayer. The voice is first person all the way through. So you see things like, judge me, I have walked, examine me, I have not sat, I wash my hands. Things of that nature. So nobody is not there. A priest isn't going before the Most High on behalf of, this is literally him talking to the Most High direct. Because there's a lot of stuff out there too, where people are where people are going through, another human being in order to get their prayers or get communication with the Most High Abba Yah. And this is a great example that you don't have to do that. So this is David speaking directly to the Most High Yah. It's an individual declaration of integrity before the Most High. What's powerful is that David isn't claiming sinlessness. I love this. He's claiming being on the same page with Yah and covenant loyalty. And I can't wait till we get into the covenant. There's a couple of things I want to get into. And as Yah leads and Yah allows, I'm like, man, Yah is so deep. The more you dig in the scripts, it's like the more you find. But the covenant is something that I really want to look at down the road as we're examining eternal kingdom, as we're examining the Tanakh and what Yah's mind says first before we go over to the New Testament, things of that nature. So he essentially saying, I have walked in integrity. This is David. Test me, he says. Search me. I'm not rolling with I'm not rolling with falsehood. That's covenant language. Okay. Then I wanted to get into the breakdown of abode. Verse 8, I have loved, because we'll see him say this, I have loved the abode of your house. Talking to Yah. I have loved the habitation, another word, of your house, Yahuwah. The place where your esteem or your glory dwells. And what house existed at that time? Just to kind of keep it in context, well, number one, there was no temple yet. The temple wasn't built until Solomon. So this can't be referencing Solomon's temple. Okay, so what house was it? The tabernacle existed, though. During David's life, the tabernacle, the portable dwelling place from the wilderness era, was still functioning. At different points, it was located at Nob, Gibeon, and David later brought the ark to Jerusalem. So when David says he loves the abode or the habitation of Yah's house, he is referring to the dwelling place of the presence, the tabernacle, and the ark. He's saying, I love where your presence rests. I love being near your dwelling. I just put that's beautiful. And then the deeper layer, Psalms 26, and we kind of looked at this in first person, but it's a flow, and we'll see this. He starts, examine me, oh Yah. I haven't David in his life. Does that contradict David's imperfections? Well, no. David was not morally flawless. None of us are. But Psalm 26 is about covenant loyalty and orientation. Are we dedicated? Are we aligned with the Most High Yah? Does he have our whole heart? Or are there other gods? Are there other spirits, knowingly, unknowingly, that we need to allow him to reveal to us what's going on for real? Because he's not going to share his glory. There's not anyone on the right-hand side. There's not anyone on the left-hand side. There's not anyone above. There's not anyone below. You know what I'm saying? It's like Yah is explicitly the Most High Yah. We have to worship him. I mean, even if you want to look at the Son, if you want to take a look at the Messiah, right? And we're going to look carefully at that too at some point. When he came, he said, at least the scriptures are telling me when I read it, and I don't want to dive deep in there. I just want to make a quick point. When he came, even said, I come in my Father's name. So many people wanted to worship and to give him this praise after his death. It was like, forget about the Most High. We're just going to exalt the Son. And even he was saying, you got to look up. It's if it wasn't for the Most High, if it wasn't for my Father, I come in my Father's name. He was constantly, and we can look at a few of those scriptures too at some point down the road. But I just think it's interesting that if you want to really listen to somebody about who to worship for real, like who to give the glory to, you probably would want to listen to that voice over anyone else if you're over in the New Testament. You guys get what I'm saying. So I just want to make a quick point on that because I thought that's honoring. That's honor. That's honoring. And so praise Yah. What are we doing next? I think we should dive into the text. Let's dive into the text. Let me hit these scriptures, and I'm going to actually turn off the heat, you guys. Let me see how you guys are doing. Y'all doing okay? Oh, yeah. Hit the like button. I love it. Thank you, Nicole. Hi, kings and queens. Hello, everybody. Turn that heat off before we get going. Oh, yeah. What you guys drinking? Anybody drinking anything fun? I got a clear mind tonight. I got a clear mind, if you can see that. Praise Yah for a clear mind for real. Okay, there we go. Hallelujah. All right, let's dig into these scriptures. And Psalm 26. You guys get your Bibles if you have them and read along with me, if you will. Let's see what this beautiful word has to say for us. All right, let's see what we got. Rule me, O rightly, O Yah, for I have walked in my integrity, and I have trusted in Yah without wavering. I love that right there. I love that right there. The fact that it says without wavering, I just love that. It doesn't mean perfection. Man, it's like you remind yourself of those storms that you went through and you're still standing. Think about it. Think about some of the things that you've gone through and you're still here. You're still praising the Most High Yah. You're still worshiping him. You're still believing him. You're still trusting in him. That's without wavering. All right, number 2, examine me, O Yah, and prove me. Try my kidneys and my heart. He's going on the inside. For your loving commitment or mercy is before my eyes, and I have walked in your truth. He contrasts it right here. I have not sat with men of falsehood, nor do I enter with pretenders. I have hated the assembly of evildoers, and I do not sit with the wrong. I wash my hands in innocence. Think about that. Think about how you can wash your hands in innocence, how that would look like today. What would that look like today? Washing your hands in innocence. And I walk around your slaughter place, O Yah, to raise a voice of thanksgiving. He's praising now, and to declare all your wonders. Oh, he's telling people about it. He's showing through his life that the Most High Yah is good. He's grateful. And number 8 says, Yah, I have loved the abode of your house, his presence. Remember that? in the place where your esteem dwells. Number 9, do not gather my being together with sinners, nor my life with bloodthirsty men, in whose hands is a what? A plot. And their right hand is filled with what? Bribes. But as for me, I walk in my integrity. You tell him, David, redeem me and show me favor. My foot shall stand on a level place. He's declaring it as if it is so. He's not wavering. In the assemblies, I bless Yah. He's lifting up his voice. He's praising the Most High. This is so incredibly beautiful. And I've just been here. You guys. Where am I at? I've been here for a little while, but I want to tell you guys what I have. Some of these notes on what we were just reading. And I can go back because I don't want to, I know it's short, but I don't want to like skim through this. There's a lot that's really cool in here. Some of the key points were vindicate me in so many words, examine me, test my heart, look at me, look at me, look through me. It reminds me of this, I have a lyric in the song coming on Queen's Mix too. And it says, I said he was digging throughout my heart, preparing me for these bars, something like that. But I was like he let him go in there. Let him go in there. David is saying, examine me, search me. I have walked in my integrity. Gosh, dang it. This is crazy. He said, I'm just looking at it. He says, rule me rightly, O Yah, for I have walked in my integrity. He's basically saying, I know that I've been doing what I need to be doing. Search me. Now, here's the thing. Even if you think that you know that you've been doing what you're doing and you say, search me, you're allowing him to come on in and examine your heart. And so you're because he doesn't force us to do anything. So if you ask him to do something that is going to look at you to kind of show you maybe some areas where there could be some improvement, or maybe you should stop, maybe watching that, or maybe you should start doing this, or he's going to show you that gently. He's going to teach you in his ways. So just remember when you pray this prayer, you're inviting, it's an invitation to the Most High Yah. And it's beautiful. He wishes all of his children would say that. Search me, oh Yah. Could you imagine all of the creation saying, examine me, oh Yah. Ooh, dang, that sounds like humility. Think about that. No one wants to be examined. You don't just willingly make a doctor's appointment for no reason and say, I just want to be examined. Put me on the schedule at 5 p.m. Like nobody wants to be examined for real. But in David's case, he was like, look, I've been walking in my integrity. I haven't been wavering. Basically, my feet are on a strong foundation. I haven't been kicking it with the wrong and the evildoers and things of that nature. Show me favor, oh Yah. I love your presence. You know what I mean? So he's mixing it in with like, examine me, but I'm blessing you, oh Yah. I haven't done X, Y, Z. He's pleading his case in this prayer. It's just beautiful. It covers a lot of bases. That's why I want to incorporate it, and I have incorporated it in my life. And I'm hoping that after this study, you will too. I think it's beautiful. Just know that if he starts to show you some things, cool. The reason I say cool is because some folk, again, I've said this before, some people ain't hearing the voice of the Most High Yah like that. They're not hearing. They're just listening for an answer prayer. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. But I'm saying you also have to be open to correction. You got to be open to him saying, well, maybe move a little bit, go over to the little, do this, do that. Maybe you should stop doing that, or maybe you should start doing that. You got to be open to that too, that voice too, not just answering prayers and blessings. Because who better can examine us than the Most High Yah who created us? And the more that he shows us ourselves, where we can hit a turn here or hit a turn there and get on the a better path or a more smoother level path that he wants us to be on, the greater aligned we're going to be with his will for our lives. And then things are going to start popping. Things are going to start flowing, healing. A lot of just different things just immediately start to flow because you're just in alignment. I'm learning this in real time, y'all. So it's beautiful. So test my heart. And then he goes on to say, he's separated from deceitful folk. He's not kicking it in the world no more. He's not even in the spiritual world. Okay. Because you can be out of the world. Okay. That's nice. But even inside the so-called faith space, there's still deception running rampant, as we've been talking about in Jeremiah. He's not talking to people who don't know Yah. He's talking to people who do. So it's like that kind of, separation he's declaring, and he's pleading his case, really, is what he's doing. So integrity is not saying that you're all that, or, you've arrived. I've said that to you guys, is that who wants to say that? Who really wants to say I've arrived? Well, I know it. I'm just this, you know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to be like that anyway? You always want to be in a position of confidence, right? In Yah, confidence in what he's called you to do, confidence in the fact that you know that you're doing what you have to do, what you want to do. You're walking with the Most High Yah and things of that nature. You got to feel good about that. Don't put your head down about that. That's great. That's admirable. But what we're not going to do is act like we've arrived somewhere by taking this prayer even out of context. Rule me rightly, O Yah, for I have walked in my integrity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, calm down, hold on, humble yourself. Like, listen. So y'all get what I'm saying. We can't get carried away. Like, we got to read this thing through the heart lens of how Yah would want us to receive it. So it's an invitation. I'm just reading my notes here. Invitation for examination, which is good. An openness to be put on Front Street is what I said. And walking clean requires awareness. So we might think everything is fine, and I've been doing this, and I've been doing that, and I've been doing this. Okay, great. Well, pray this prayer and be open. Keep your ears open. Don't have them plugged up like Odysseus had his crew members. If you guys were here last week, we talked about that. Keep your ears open so that we're able to receive when the Most High Abba Yah starts speaking. It's a beautiful thing when he speaks. I'll say it again. It's a beautiful thing when you can hear the voice of the Most High Yah within your spirit speaking directly to you. The Ruach speaking the same one that's holding this globe together that we're all on, suspended right now in his expanse. This, like the same one is quietly, you just hearing things, and because you're connected to the Creator. He created you, right? So you're naturally connected. But if you are able to hear that because you've sat still and you've quieted yourself and you've humbled yourself and you've begun to say this kind of prayer and he starts talking to you, oh gosh, man, that's beautiful, yo. Anytime that we can hear the Most High Yah, it's beautiful. So I have a question. What does integrity, you guys, look like in real life to you? Just any example. What does integrity look like to you? And another word for let's actually, while you guys are thinking about that question, let's look at what integrity actually is. Let's go to a quick definition. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, think about that. What does integrity look like to you, like right now in your life? Integrity. Let me go to our definitions. Where is that? Or here's descriptions. Okay. So like, what is the definition of integrity and synonyms? Oh no, I didn't spell that right. And synonyms. Just to the point. answer. Okay, here we go. We got steadfast, adherence, or moral principles, doing what is right. So, how does doing what is right? How does even when no one is watching? That's good. That's great. That's good. That's good. Integrity. So, how does integrity look like in real life? And it could be for you. It could be just in general. How does that look? What would be an example of that? If no one is watching and you're still steadfast, you're still, I love moral principles. You're still keeping, living moral, honest. You're being upright, moral soundness, some synonyms here, righteousness, honor, sincerity. We said that earlier about being sincere when we pray it. Incorruptibility. Let me just ask one other thing too. If you were explaining this to a classroom of teens, and the reason I'm saying this because they first gave me steadfast adherence to moral principles, and I'm like, okay, I don't really talk like that. So break it down. And sometimes I'll do this. Sometimes I'll say, explain it like, to like a ninth grader, just to see the simplicity. If there's any other thing or word, just like when they said, even when no one is watching. I love that. So I'm not saying we're a classroom of teens. I'm just trying to get a different breakdown to see if they can get even simpler. All right. Doing the right thing, even when it's hard. I like that. Unpopular, or when nobody would know if you didn't. I love that. I love that. I love that. Not cheating. Simple examples. Not cheating, even if you won't get caught. That's good. That's good. That's good. Admitting you were wrong. That's integrity. That's good. These are good examples. Keeping your word. That's integrity. Honesty. Some synonyms. Character. Honor. Truthfulness. Strong morals. That's good. That's awesome. That's great. So let's see. Anybody answer the question? Okay, cool. We have soul awakening. Soul awakening says, I say, looking at yourself the way the Most High Yah sees you, no filters. That's good. Through the lens of the Most High Abba Yah, then you will see yourself being like He is, with high righteousness and integrity. That's great. Thank you for answering the question. That's a good example as well. I want to pop back over real quick, you guys, to the chat. I'm kind of like, I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool just to see doing the right thing, even when it's hard, when it's unpopular, when nobody would know if you didn't. And if you're still typing or thinking to answer the question, we'll pop back into the chat too. Just to see. But I just wanted to look at this for a little bit. Admitting you were wrong. So that shows integrity. That shows that you're not so prideful, that you're not so hard in your wanting to be right, that you'll admit and say, hey, I was wrong. Will you forgive me? Right? That's integrity. Don't you love a person of integrity? Keeping your word if you can't make it. If you said you were going to come through, if you were going to do something and you're not able to, what are you supposed to do, right? If you can't keep your word, you're supposed to communicate, because we can't always keep our word. We try to. It's a real good thing to do that, because then people know, like, hey, if they say they're going to come through, they're going to come through. But if an emergency takes place or something out of your control, some unforeseen incident, what do you do then? Then you let them know. You communicate. You don't ghost. You communicate. Okay, that's being in tech. Oh man, see how this is breaking down in everyday life. This is like everyday life. I love doing this because it's not just looking at it as integrity through the scriptural lens. It's like, no, let's see how we can do this in our everyday lives. Character, honor, truthfulness, strong morals. I like that. And then I like the one up here too. Where was it? Sincerity, steadfast adherence, even when no one is watching. That is a good one. I want to share something too with, just because that one just popped up or whatnot. I remember when I used to produce beats, literally for a living. Probably, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years I was doing that. That's how I paid my bills. That's how I connected with so many artists. If you guys ever want to see, and I'll pop over there real quick. Let's see if I can take you guys here real fast, because you may not even know this exists. Let me show you this real quick. Let's see if this pops up. When I was producing, I'm on my website, you guys, and I'm just going down to beats. You may not know this, but let's see. So let me pass down here. But if I scroll down here, these are all of the songs. There's nearly 40 songs, you guys, that I produced for other artists. And some of this is after, I left organized religion altogether. A lot of this was when I was in Christianity. And some of it's not. You'll see just kind of mixture. The point is, this is what I was doing for a while. And I had another producer guy. I wanted to share that with you because not some, like all of the songs that I put on here are real. There's testimonies after testimonies, especially at the bottom. There's a lot of testimonials and stuff like that you guys can be encouraged by. But let me go back to where we were. The story that I was trying to share with you guys is there was a producer that I put on my team. I had, 4. I had 4 producers, Eddie Galan, and he had a teammate that was producing some stuff for my site. And then I had Air, he was in Africa. And then I had Doc. And, beautiful team, talented production. It got to a point to where I was producing beats, but I wanted to add more variety. And so I tapped into other people that had gifts and talents. And because I was able to do that and to bring them on. Here's the thing though, no one's just donating beats, right? People want their cut. And so back in those days, there wasn't like a real easy way to pay people, to slice it up, to make sure that people are getting their cuts after fees and all these things, like it is today. If you upload your beats to different places now, there's different ways that you can kind of do these things. Back then, it was a little more difficult. I didn't have the knowledge. So what I was doing is I'm tracking everything literally in my notes by hand. Oh, somebody just bought a beat. Or if they bought 3 beats or something like that, and 2 of them were mine and 1 of them was his, but 1 of them was his. I'm doing all of this by hand, calculating it all by hand. How much do I need to send after fees? And that was a job in itself. So even though I wasn't producing a lot at that time, because I had all of them producing, but I was an accountant, right? And so my point is about integrity, doing things when nobody is looking. I had to, and I pride myself for this. That's why I'm sharing the story with you. It's all praises to the Most High Yah, but this is a good example. They don't know if somebody bought a beat. They would have never known. It could have been 50 beats in a month for this particular producer, and they wouldn't have known. They're trusting my word. They're trusting that I'm going to record that and give them their cut. And every single time a beat came through that was not my beat that was purchased, even though I'm doing the promotion, I'm doing the sales and the marketing, and I'm doing all this, all they're doing is just sending me music. And I'm tagging everything, I'm titling everything, I'm putting everything up. I'm basically doing everything, right? But it's their music, and I have to have integrity even if nobody is looking, and say, when a beat sale come through, hey, I would send them an email, such and such, this is what they bought, this is your cut, sending you through PayPal, boom. This is So it's just a good example. I wanted to share an example because it just popped in my head that's one of the ways that you could be tempted to not want to share all of the information, share all of that money coming through, right? You think about all the work you're doing. You like, am I even really, is this a fair cut? You going back and forth, da, 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 da. But I never was like, nah, I ain't gonna tell him that a beat was sold. No. I'm like, no, that's what made me feel good is, and then it makes people trust you. It makes people trust you. I'm just saying, because if it was me, you know what I would do. Y'all know what I would do? Do you know what I would do? If I was on the other end, I'm going to tell you what I would do. I would test, just like the Most High Yah does. He tests us to see if we're going to be if we're going to have integrity when nobody is looking. If we're going to keep our word when we say that we would. If we're going to be honest. If we're going to be sincere. He tests. So I would do that. I would say, I wonder if I can get let's see who's in the chat. Let's see. Maybe Cindy, maybe T. Well, I'm going to get somebody to go to the site and buy a few of my beads. And I'm just going to see. I'm going to just wait a day or two, see if I get an email that says that this particular beat was bought and my cut is coming through. I'm going to just test just to make sure that my gifts are going to a site that, not even a site, excuse me, a person who has integrity, because I don't want to get got. And I know it's crazy folk out here who don't care and they just trying to make money. Okay, that's what I would do. And you don't think that they probably did the same thing? All of them beats being sold, all of them beats. I mean, we had hundreds of beats being sold. You don't think that they had their homies come through and just say, hey, make a purchase right here. See if she send me this. You don't think I was being tested for those 4 years? Please. So that's what Yah does. You don't think he watching? He watching. What else we got in this chat? I think I saw another example. I didn't want to, here we go. E says, being the best person I can in all ways, representing Abba Yah in the best way possible, in the best ways possible. Yes. Awesome. Yep. Great example of integrity. Okay. So let's get back to, that's good. Thank you for answering those questions. This helps us all just kind of, think about things and share our ideas about what that means. I want to play this. I think this would be good to play. It is based off of 2 Chronicles. Let's see. Let me go to the Bible real quick. Yeah, because it does mirror Psalm 26. You guys know this one. Let me know if you know 2 Chronicles 7:14. You guys heard that one before? I'm pretty sure you have, but I'm just asking. Let's see, where are we at? 2 Chronicles. Oh, I already have my pen here, so I wouldn't forget. Okay. We're going to read 2 Chronicles 7:14. Let me know if you've heard this one before. Seems like we probably all have, but maybe some haven't. Because this changes from that Psalm 26 declaration to more of a just straight up humility, which is great. So let me get it real quick. 2 Chronicles 7. You guys all right out there in the world today? I know you are. I'm hoping you are. All right, so here we go. A well-known verse, and my people upon whom my name is called. And first of all, this is Solomon. This is David's boy. And there's a whole situation going on beforehand, beautiful, where he's praying prayers that fire comes down and devours the offering that he was setting before. And the esteem of Yah fills the place. And people, it was crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, let's get those kind of prayers going on. But this is and my people who my name is called shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their evil ways, then I shall hear from the heavens and forgive their sin and heal their land. And what I did is you can see in the green, humble themselves. Then the Most High will what? Hear. What else? Forgive. Oh, hey, I'm loving that. And what else? Heal. Hear. Thank you for hearing us. Yeah. Forgive. Thank you for forgiving us. Yeah. And heal. Thank you for healing us. Yeah. That's a humble heart posture. And I want to play a song that is my sister and I wrote this song years and years ago, and Open Writers, the group, based off of 2 Chronicles 7:14. And I want you guys to hear this. It is, I believe, now on the Wonderful Sabbath album on my website. But let's just take this in. I haven't seen this in a while. And I hope that we can enjoy this together. Let's see if this plays good. All right, one moment. Let's see.
Themselves and pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways. From heaven I will hear, forgive their sins and heal their land. If my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, from heaven I will hear, forgive their sins and heal their land. If my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and seek my themselves and pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways. From heaven I will hear, forgive their sins and heal their land. If my people who were called by my name would humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, from heaven I will hear, forgive their sins and heal their land. Oh, we done tried. I'll be down the streets with picket signs. Oh, we done tried. Separation. Themselves and pray. heaven I will hear, forgive their sins and heal their land. Forgive their sins and heal their land.
I love that little baby. Look at that little baby. Yes, so again, that mirrors Psalm 26 just kind of in a different way. It's like the humility is there, right? And wow. Praise y'all. So I just saw that too. Cindy says, I listen to that song all the time. That's one of my favorites. Praise the Most High. Awesome. Yeah. So that's the posture, right? Humility that brings us to saying, search me, oh Yah. I have not wavered in all these different things. We got to get there. That's like the prerequisite kind of for that. Excuse me. So I have, I wanted to tell you guys too about when he says standing on level ground, because I was kind of looking at that a little bit. And standing on level ground, we'll pop it in the chat and see kind of a little bit of the definition. But I already have some digging that I did. And standing firm requires daily cleansing. So he's able to come to the Most High in the very first verse and say what he said, because apparently at that time he was clean. Good time to ask for something is when you're clean. I'm just saying. He asked for favor. He was blessing the Most High. He was doing all of these things. He said, rule them rightly. I love your presence. But standing firm requires a daily cleansing. So that's a good practice just to be in, is to, hey, Abba Yah, thank you, Abba Yah, for waking me up this morning. Thank you for your protection. Thank you for your direction, your wisdom, and your love. Thank you for your forgiveness. Cleanse me, O Yah, for I want to be clean. I put oil on my lips. I put oil on my ears. Give me ears, O Yah, so that I can hear your voice today, and just make the right decisions. I put oil on my lips so that I can talk what I need to be saying. I don't want anything crazy coming out of my mouth. Just guard my mouth. Help me guard my mouth today. I put oil on my eyes, to protect the eye gate, what I'm seeing, oh yeah. And then I put oil on my mind because I want to have the mind of you. I want to be able to think your thoughts, even in the midst of this crazy world, Abba Yah. And then I actually go like this. Like that with the oil, like I'm breathing in the Ruach, like I'm breathing in his Ruach. And I go about my business. But the point is I want to be clean. I want to be clean. It's like getting out of the shower, you fresh, you clean. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just like, hey, you ready for the day. And that's kind of the posture, again, that we want with the Most High. So you can see David in the first verse. He's already saying I've walked in my integrity and without wavering. And then the very second verse is, now examine me. I just want to look at that. Well, hold on. I want to stay focused. I just love that. Isn't that good though? It's like that Psalm 26, it gives us kind of an order of how to present ourselves. We don't have to guess. We don't have to reorder that. Just read it straight through from 1 to 12. Read it straight through. And I'm curious to know what starts to bubble up inside of you when you start reading that as a daily practice. Something we all can do together and just kind of investigate the results, how we're feeling, how our minds are as we're saying it, how our hearts are. So let's see. So he standing on a level ground. We'll take a look at that too. I'm looking at the time as well. We'll look at standing on a level ground, washing hands in innocence. Yeah, loving the dwelling place of the Most High Yah. Integrity is both inward and outward. I'm just looking at some of these notes, and then he blessed publicly. Let's look at. I want to see with the standing on level ground, just from a different perspective, you guys. Let's go back to the chat here. Okay, cool. Where should we put this? I think this should be its own thing. We may not visit it again though. I don't want to clutter it up. So we'll just ask in here in the description box. So I just want to say, like, in Psalm 26, the verse is at the very end. He said, "My foot shall stand on a level place." It's in verse 12. When David is saying level, I'm not going back, level play, level place, or level ground. In this context, really the Hebraic thought, what does that mean? Literally. I'm just curious. Okay, so let's see what this says. When David says, "My foot stands on a level place," the Hebrew idea, literal, the Hebraic sense, is a flat, firm, even ground, not rocky, sloped, or unstable. What that implies in Hebrew thought is stable footing, not slippery or slipping or falling. Okay, secure, got it, safe, no hidden danger, straight path, not crooked or deceptive. Okay, so it's not abstract, it's physical imagery, standing steady on solid, smooth ground, which then points to living rightly and being secure before Yah. Okay, so he keeps reiterating this to the very end of the chapter. Let's look at that one more time here. I like the way he's doing this because it's like, see, we way down here and he's still saying again, "But as for me, I walk in my integrity, redeem me and show me favor." The reason he can say redeem me and show me favor is because he is walking in his integrity. Then he says, "My foot shall stand on a level place. In the assemblies, I bless Yah." But take a look at this. "Rule me rightly, O Yah, for I have walked in my integrity and I've trusted in you without wavering." Okay, great start. And then boom, "Examine me, O Yah, and prove me. Try my kidneys and my heart." That's one of the other things I wanted to see real quick too. You guys are kind of seeing how I do my searches. Sometimes if I'm not quite sure, but I kind of have an idea, like for instance, when he says, "Try my kidneys," he's not saying literally come in and like physically go inside and do something with his kidneys, right? We know that. But it's almost like, is that him saying, that's how deep I want you to examine me? And so without me putting that, what I just said in here, I just want to get an idea if that's what that kind of means, or is there another angle to it? So in the same, let me see, can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys see that. So in the same Psalm 26, where he says, "Try my kidneys," I'm going to try to fake it out. That's literal too. See if they give me the truth. Okay. It says, no, it's not literal anatomy. That's funny. Hebraic meaning kidneys equals the innermost thoughts, motives, and emotions. What's deep inside you. Interesting. So the phrase means examine my inner motives. What's really going on inside me. Gosh, man, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Bottom line, level ground, literal image. Okay, we got it. We get it. I just think that that's just beautiful, that's the heart of this prayer, and that's where the Most High Yah is leading right now for us to take a look at as we break from Jeremiah. But isn't that interesting and isn't that timely that he takes us on this journey through this story of Jeremiah? And we're kind of in the middle of the book, if you will, kind of toward going to the end of it. But he lands us there first to see what was going on with their rebellion, their defiance, their willingness to cut off the Most High in a heartbeat over like just some trinkets that they could go get in Egypt. The fear that rose up against them. And then like, okay, we'll go to who we know. We'll go to Yah. We're afraid. We'll go to who we know. But if we don't hear what we want to hear, then we cutting out because we know what we can get over here. And I'm like, wow, he's showing. And then what else did he show us? How subtle deception comes in, right? When I was sharing my own personal story with the Starbucks, if you haven't seen that episode or that live stream, if you will, it's now up. I had a lot of trouble trying to get that back up and to get it to process. It wasn't on my end. It was like just technical stuff going on. There was a lot going on tech-wise, just not just my site, but the stream, all kind of stuff was going on. But Yah led us there to see what subtle deceptions and other spirits we could be giving our energy to, our time to, our money to, our resources to, our hearts, our motives, our minds too, without really realizing it. And so we look at all of that and we're going, and then we also looked at, what do we look at? Why the harshness of the punishment? And then we found out because there was a covenant that was made. And covenants are very, very serious, right? And we're learning all of this stuff. And he's like, take a break. And take a look at Psalm 26. And I really want you to think about this from the standpoint of not perfection, not perfect in your life, right? But how you are really yielding yourself to Yah's guidance right now in your life. Think about like, how am I yielding myself to Yah's guidance? How am I listening to Yah? And for those things that come up in your spirit, literally pat yourself on the back for that. Say, good job. Say your name. Good job, Octavia. Good job, Eugenia. Good job, Nina. Good job, Cindy. Good job, Nicole. Good job, T. Good job, kings and queens. Am I missing anybody out there? Good job, Soul Awakening. And if I missed anybody, good job, good job. Tell yourself that when things do come up, if you are walking in integrity to the best of your ability and you're saying, Abba Yah, examine me, and you're inviting him in to do that, that's a beautiful posture. And then he asks for the Most High to redeem him and to show him favor. So go ahead and throw that in there. Hey, show us favor, oh Yah, as well. And declare the things that he declared. Just read this, literally verbatim. You know, how you're not walking with the unrighteous. You're not sitting with the ungodly. You're not doing those things that you used to do. And therefore, you're in right standing and you're not wavering in your faith. That's beautiful. And so I just think that that's interesting how the Most High God is leading us to understand how subtle deception can come up and how to deal with it. How the trinkets that this world can offer us may seem enticing and tempting, but they literally lead to destruction, not even on their behalf, but on the Most High Abba Yah will do it though, because we belong to him and we're in a covenant with him. And so literally it's almost like if you do this, then that word then, there's a whole lot of thens circled and underlined in these scriptures as I'm reading them, because I see it's like, do this and this will, do this and then this will. It's like, and so that's why we're in these scriptures, to find out, oh, yeah, what did you say? What did you mean? Huh? Break it down like a third grader. Break it down like I'm a teenager. I need to understand what you really meant, because the more understanding of his idea and his mind and his plan, the more, again, we're going to be aligned. And what does that really mean? Oh, we get to be aligned with Yah. What does that mean? That means a lot of internal shalom. Why? Because we're making better decisions. We're listening to the Most High Yah. We're not going and doing our own thing in our own ways. We're not subconsciously serving other Elohims. Just because it's not a big, huge, statue or a cross or some kind of idol that we formed with our own hands. It could be in very subtle ways, and praise the Most High that he is who he is, that he can see through all of that stuff we can't see, and then bring it to our remembrance, bring it to our minds, and we can deal with it. We always are given a choice. That's the beautiful thing about Yah too. He never forces us to love him, to serve him, any of that. So that's beautiful. So anyway, just to recap, our Psalms 26, first of all, we looked at 3 verses. So Jeremiah 29:13, that's our foundation, seeking the Most High Abba Yah with all of our hearts. That will always forever be this live stream's foundation. That's what we're here to do. Fellowship with each other. This is a place where we search without judgment, where people can feel no pressure. Like we're just looking up stuff. We're investigators on the scene. We're digging in these scriptures to see what's really going on. So, and then we looked at walking in integrity, which is Psalm 26. We took a look at that, and we looked at humbling ourselves, which was that 2 Chronicles 7:14, and then played the video just to kind of crystallize that heart posture in our minds. So with that, I think I'm pretty much done with what I had planned to share. If you all have any questions about anything, you can pop it in the chat at this time. Also, I wanted to do just some light or final housekeeping, I would say, is just to remember to like and subscribe to the video. Or not subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And after this live post, I'm, praying that it does. Last time we had some issues, but I'm praying that the technology on their end and all of that stuff will just process so that the live can be seen by more people and they can enjoy it. It's always better to be here live, right, you guys? Live at 5 Pacific Standard Time. Most Fridays, but if you want to watch the replay, come back and leave a comment, leave your thoughts there. Drop 3 blue diamonds in the comments. That lets me know that you were here with us, that you're vibing and that you're shining today. It's always good to see those diamonds, but also leave some thoughts too, because I know the Most High Yah speaks to you guys as well. So always welcome for that. Also, if these lives are strengthening you, if they're sharpening you, if they're blessing you, and you feel led to support the work that the Most High Yah has given me through music and also through these live streams and just the encouragement, if you feel led to sow into this ministry, to donate to this ministry, you can do that. It's right there on the screen, ways that you can give generously, or in the description of the video too. I have links there as well. So, I'm going to be eating good. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sabbath and you rest well and you have something prepared, or you're going to be eating something good over the weekend and just resting your minds. I see those diamonds. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. And yeah, I'll give it you guys about maybe I don't know, however long. I'm not in a rush. If you guys have comments or whatever, I don't want to just rush out. But I am gonna kick back now. Oh yeah. I'm gonna kick back now, y'all. Let's see. Can I see the chat from way here? Let's see. Are you? Let's see. I can't see. Aaron, there you are. Hi, Aaron. How you doing, bro? Are you going all the way through Jeremiah? That's a good question, and I want to. I actually want to. I want to, because I'm fascinated even with what is being showed now, and taking a little peek prior to the chapters that we've been in. I think we've been in from 40 to maybe 46 ish, but I went back to about like 34, chapter 34. Yeah, was it 34, 30, 35, 36, kind of leading up. And I'm like, man, this is a fascinating book. I mean, all the books are fascinating, but I think like the timeliness of it, like where we are in the world and what Yah's trying to say to his people once again, and just kind of what to look out for. So yeah, I think it would be good. I think he'll have, I'm letting the Most High Yah obviously lead me to do what I'm doing here. But you know what, Aaron, I'm thinking too that it could be good to have Jeremiah, since he is our foundation for these live streams in terms of the verse, Jeremiah 29:13. I'm thinking like maybe as we cut out in terms of like take an exit to go to Psalm 26, like do a rest. So maybe we do a few lives and we go back to Jeremiah, right? And we're studying some stuff in the book. And then he puts something else that's like a breather, like a little breather. And then we go back, because Jeremiah is no joke. Jeremiah, could you imagine just doing Jeremiah for like 6 months? Oh gosh, our posture be like this. Yes, sir. Yes. That's it. Yes and amen. There is no arguing. There is no, you know what I mean? Not with the we'd be. So I think that's the goal, is for us to get through it. But I think he'll give us some real graceful breathers throughout, which will be nice. Yes. Let's see. Cindy says, Blue Diamond, my phone acting up, but I'm vibing. I love it. I don't know if you was rhyming. I don't know if you were rhyming, but it sounded like it. Like, hey, I got a spot for you on the track, Cindy. Come through. Nicole says, love you, sis. Shabbat shalom. Love you too. Shabbat shalom to you as well, sis. I'm good. I like this. We'll be sure to stop by more often. Good. Awesome. Yeah. I want the brothers to come through as well, because I understand there's a whole thing about, teaching and if women are doing, hey, I'm sharing my findings. So I don't want brothers to feel excluded that want to come and hang out with with sisters and brothers, like the whole family of Yah. I want that to be this kind of space, because this is not, this is a sharing event. I'm sharing my findings in the Word, and we're sharing what we're discovering about the Most High. Digging in his word, digging in his mind. So I definitely want to make sure my brothers feel welcome as well, with the sisters as well. Let's see. Any other questions that we have, you guys? Oh, man. So I think that was, and I do appreciate every single one of you that helps me do what I do. I might as well shout out, it was another Nicole that came through from California, bless her heart, and she got Mind Flight and the Mind Flight sticker. And let me see. You guys got Mind Flight? Who has Mind Flight? But she came through. I have to ship it. I usually ship on Fridays, but I'm shipping it on Monday. But that's a great album to have in your arsenal, is Mind Flight. Who else did I wanted to T? Thank you, T, for your generous donation as well. I just and when that happens, like when people support the music, get the albums, XYZ, I pray over you at that moment that Yah would continue to bless you, not just financially, but like whatever you going through in terms of like the wrestling that you're doing with Yah doesn't have to be bad. It could just be like different things. And, but I pray for everyone who supports what Yah has called me to do. And, I just thank you guys for that. But I was gonna show you Mind Flight, but I think most people know that album. But real quick, on the way out, I might as well show, just in case, because a lot of people, you'd be surprised, people that have been with me for years, and shout out Lisa, thank you Most High for bringing that up, for getting Grounded for Greatness, also recently supporting that album as well. You'd be surprised, people that have been rolling with me for a long time, because people have lives. I always say that people have lives, so you don't always know what's going on, and what music dropped and all of that. That's why Patreon is really good. I give you guys updates too. If you join Patreon, you get closer in. But here's Mind Flight right there. This is a great album to just have in your arsenal. I put that out it was, I think, when was that? When I was in Georgia? Yeah, or I was wrapping it up. But that's Mind Flight. That's a good one. That's my hope. There's my big bro. My big bro Lamont. Sis. There's Gene, J-Dub. And if you ever have pictures that you want to send because you actually have hard copies of my CD, I'd love to showcase you up here and share the love. I want to share what Yah's doing through this music, you guys. So don't be shy. But anyway, this is the album. Do I have anything else down here? Oh, this is the little sticker sheet. Where is it? Yeah, you can't see the big, but I have like these little stickers that go with it, and custom packaging and all of the things. But great album just to kind of chill to. But I think we're going to wrap it up, y'all. I think we're going to say goodbye and good night and all of that good stuff. Again, have a good, wonderful Sabbath. And I hope you enjoyed the live stream. And I guess I will talk to you guys. What's next week? We already in March. Whoa, this year, y'all. We're already in March. I'll let you guys know we should be back Friday. We should be back Friday. Let me just take a look real quick, see. We already in March. Yep, tomorrow's the last day of the month. That's something. We got to just continue to redeem the time. So Friday would be the 6th. And how many Fridays in March? 1, 2, 3, 4 Fridays? Okay. Yeah, we should. We should be back next Friday. I'll let you guys know for sure, y'all. Just always check the channel and you'll see how, and make sure you're subscribed and all that, getting the notifications and all that. But I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. I was thinking about going out on something. You guys can, if you have to leave, you guys can leave if you have to. But I think I want to go out on this. I just don't want to just end the live without any. For some reason, I want to hear this song. Probably because I've been bumping it. I've been bumping it a lot, especially like in the car as I'm doing, mixing and listening back on this Queen's Mix too. So let's go out with this. And like I said, if you guys have to cut out, you can, go ahead and go. But for those who want to stick around for this, I'm going to play, I'm stuck on this song right now. It's called, can you guess what I'm about to play? Not from all the songs that I have, right? Anybody want to take a guess? I'm going to play. It's called I Love Being. What do you think, you guys? I love being Chinese. I love being Russian. I love being Australian. Not quite. We're going to listen to this. I want to go out with this. joint right now. It's on the chill.
I love being black, love the fact that it don't crack. Love my beautiful eyes, my lips, my body shape, curvy or slim. Love the texture of my hair, short or long, I'm up in here. Love the sun, she my best friend. Look how she glistening on my skin. It's a blessing being black. My gorgeous smile, my radiant face. Feel the difference when I'm in this place. And I love the intelligence of my mind. Create a hand dipped in chocolate design. Love my speech, love my slang, my signs. All the intricate things about the way I shine. Ayy, I'm just pointing out the obvious. My tone bring influence and an audience. Effortless. It's all for a reason, it's all for a purpose. And this is the season to represent truth and rep it proud. No matter where you are, say it loud, come on. I love being black, love the fact that it don't crack. Love my beautiful eyes, my lips, my body shape, curvy or slim. Love the texture of my hair, short or long, I'm up in here. Love the sun, she my best friend. Look how she glistening on my skin. It's a blessing being black. Yes, I like the way we were made. The form, the features, such good taste, precision, perfection, complexion got a glow to it. Rhythm embedded in the DNA, we make all music. Singing together make the whole globe shake. Ancestors built the country, so now we take breaks. Ha, ha, I'm so funny, that too, but there's much more to me, honey. I'm classy, elegant, decorated, always relevant. Posture, head up, shoulders back. If you take a picture, don't cut the check. Brave, educated, beautiful. From the inside out and original. Dedicated, committed, and ambitious. Everything about being black hit different. I love being black. Love the fact that it don't crack. Love my beautiful eyes, my lips, my body shape, curvy or slim. Love the texture of my hair, short or long, I'm up in here. Love the sun, she my best friend. Look how she glistening on my skin. It's a blessing being black. For us, by us, get back to it. Crazy creativity, can't hold a match to it. Black possibilities are endless. Facts, it's never new, we done been this. And everything we touch got seasoning on it. Bottle up the recipe, this the time to seize the moment. And laugh loud, love hard. You're amazing, be proud of who you are. A beautiful display of the creator's art. And when I look at us, it's like looking at the stars. Wow. Sparkling, sparkling. Wow. I think I have a good argument. It goes beyond our women just so pretty, or that our men truly were born kingly. We got that high IQ, high quality, setting the bar. Head up, shoulders back, keep lighting the dark. I love being black, love the fact that it don't crack. Love my beautiful eyes, my lips, my body shape, curvy or slim. Love the texture of my hair, short or long, I'm up in here. Love the sun, she my best friend. Look how she glistening on my skin. To be great. Kissed by the sun, bleed love like a flood. Original creation, do it like nobody does. Never stagnant, my culture's a magnet. First teachers on the planet. Teachers, leaders, speakers, dreamers. Educate the mind of the next big thinker. That just warms my whole soul. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Love you guys, and I will see you soon. Shalom.